up, mommy, what it is, what's good? I'll make you shine like a star up in Hollywood. I'll be your knight in shining armor, your prince in the saga. Never catching me bringing drama, never that. Whoa, you want a club like Monopoly. Smile looking like you want a meal on the lottery. And I'ma be good like quarter to a whale. Jassy Royal, Miss Ashley, just nail.
Where do I go from here? You've got